Did you see my tea, Cece? I'm having my tea for the first time today, and it's 12 in the afternoon. I drank my refresher this morning instead from yesterday. Hi, Teresa. Happy Sunday. Hi, Frederica. Did I say that right? Yes, it sure is. This was the gift from my daughter for my birthday. She gave me this and like a light pink one. She was so worried about my birthday present. She's so sweet. She's like, I hope you like it. Do you like it? So happy Gamma. Just make sure you're doing the one and only practice, right? Which is making the best of this moment with your life now, right? Focus on this moment. And remember, the story doesn't matter. The circumstance doesn't matter. None of it matters. It's helping you do my practice, okay? It's helping you stay quiet, keep that moment to yourself, right? Don't express it to others or even me that, oh, I'm being ghosted, right? Don't bring that to light. In those moments, just get quiet and relax your body and just let that moment pass. Literally just let that moment pass. Like that's literally the only practice, guys. It's just too simple for people. It like I always say, it's a deeper understanding, but yeah, it's so simple. But it takes time to keep on, like I said, you can't make mistakes. It takes some life experience to realize that we're all making this way more difficult than it needs to be. Hi, Linda. Hi, Matt. How are you? Hi, Helen. Isn't it so cute, Cece? I thought it was so cute. So she got me this dark pink one and the light pink one. And the light pink one's already dirty. So I actually look at what I'm wearing. I'm like, all right, should I use the light pink cup today? Or did I tell you I had a cup made? I got myself a cup that says, relax, have fun, it's done. And I don't use it now. I heat it up with that and then I pour it in here. So even something like that, like, oh, I'm being ghosted. No, you're not. No, you're not. Because if you're doing my practice, everything's perfect in this moment. Everything's going according to plan. Nothing is wrong in this moment. Nobody's doing anything wrong. Everything is happening the way it's supposed to, right? I know, Cece. Cece, it's so funny though, because like I did it through what I use, which is Canva. That's how I do all my ebooks and everything. And I'm really funny about things like at first. So like Cece, like I purchased it. For me, it was $20 to purchase the cup, right? If you buy it in bulk, it's like, I think I could get like a whole bunch of them and sell them for like $10. Like that's more worth it. So that's my thinking. Like I'm not selling a teacup for $20. Like I know money doesn't matter and I'm all about the money stuff, but like, let's be serious. You can go to the dollar store and grab a teacup. But then my kids were saying, yeah, Mom, but it's not about that. It's about what's on it. And I'm like, I know. This is so easy. You just got to keep doing the practice that I talk about. You got to keep relaxing, making the best of this moment, and doing the quiet and relax your body practice. Quiet and relax your body practice. Hi, Mark. Used to be in fight or flight as soon as and yes, and here's the thing that cracks me up. People always say like, well, you know, I get anxiety. Listen, guys, I still get anxiety. You're still a human. This is what I explain to people. But you get so good at calming yourself down and kind of laughing at situations, right? Like you don't take life too seriously because I'm always expanding. You're always going to be expanding. You're always going to be doing new things. You're going to be learning different ways. Like I'm always learning different ways to explain this to you guys. And sometimes I get anxiety. Even when I jump on here, I get anxiety, guys. Thanks, Bridget. Like I always, this is what I tell my kids. The reason why I'm so good at helping people with anxiety is because I've had it my whole life. So I'm good at explaining it and helping people relax in those moments and letting you know there's nothing wrong with you. And like telling my kids, I always tell my kids that there's nothing wrong because you're nervous. Like you're human. And we're all different, and we all experience anxiety differently. So I said to my daughter the other day, do I seem like I'm someone that gets anxiety? And she said, absolutely not. She's like, you look confident. You seem confident all the time. And I'm like, I have anxiety. I get nervous just like anyone else. And I always try to explain and tell her that, like, oh, I went into the store today and I got nervous. Like, it was the truth. But I know how to center myself, right? From doing this over and over and over again, I know how to relax my body. It doesn't mean I'm not nervous. It doesn't mean I'm not walking into a situation and I'm not nervous. I just know how to calm myself down to the best of my ability. I ain't perfect, but here's the thing. It always goes your way. It always works out when you do that simple practice, when you just relax your body, you just soften your body, right? And you just center yourself. You bring all the energy back to you, right? We're so quick to be in our minds and think everybody's looking at us and people actually really care, and they don't, right? Because I don't care what anyone else is doing. I'm just caring what I'm doing in that moment. Exactly, Cece. He does follow me. He does have his own account as well. His own TikTok. It's just for me, I don't always do lives anymore like I used to. So I said, like, to match up, it'll just have to happen when it happens. Does Bobby, I don't know if Bobby has his own like TikTok like that, or if he wants to. Like, not everybody wants to do lives as well, right? So like, I remember I used to connect with people before this, like when I was in the manifestation part, like kind of like understanding things a little bit. I used to say, like, you should do lives. They're good. And they were afraid to do them, where I used to be too. So like, some people, not that Bobby's afraid. I'm not saying he's afraid, but I'm saying, like, I will never ask anyone to do a live. I won't ask them, because not everybody, like, I won't ask anyone really to do anything. Hey, Christine. So yeah, you don't want to be on a time crunch. You're still in a chasing energy. If you're on a time crunch, you're still chasing. You need to go back to the practices. You have to know that everything's going according to plan. You have to go back to that saying, that quote, everything's going according to plan. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be in this moment. Everything is perfect the way it is. Everything's coming to me. I only have to make peace with this moment. I only have to know that this moment is perfect. I only have to make the best of this moment. Whenever something uncomfortable shows up, feeling or experience or story or thought, it's time for me to relax my body, stay quiet, and just soften my body. Give it space to just pass through me. Like, that's going to be the never-ending practice. So, but if you're on a time crunch, then you're still in a chasing energy. That's all that means. Yeah, so wonders, just know that it's all going to come to you in the right timing. Wonders, like, I used to be afraid to do lives. I was scared to death to do lives. I talk about this all the time. Wonders, I used to sit there and get ready to push it, and then I wouldn't. And this would be every single night. And my daughter was my voice of reason all the time. She was my voice of reason. So I would say, I always talked and preached how you never force anything on this journey. You don't have to force it. There'll be a time where you'll be ready. There's no discomfort. What people teach out there about, you got to push yourself, you got to work through the discomfort. No, there's none of that in my way. My daughter used to say, it's okay, Mom. You'll be ready when you're ready. It's okay. Don't force it, Mom. Don't force it. And just one day I said, all right, let's do this. And I did it. What if you want something to happen soon because you have an event coming up? So it's still, you just want to get out of that energy. That's my best answer. You're wanting something to be a certain way. You're saying something's wrong with this moment. You're saying there's something wrong in general. Like, you're just still too much in the opposite of just flowing with life. Just knowing everything's going according to plan. So to me, it's all the same thing. Like, even when people keep asking me question after question, I'm like, you're still in that question energy. You got to flow with life. You got to know that everything's going according to plan. Everything's happening the way it's supposed to. It's always going to be back to that. But you got to do these practices for a little bit to really even understand that, to grasp that, right? To understand that it's all working out the way it's supposed to. I know it's always the same answer, guys, but I'm telling you, it's a lot easier than you realize. It's a lot, this is how I say it. There's a deeper understanding to it, but it's a very, very, very simple answer. It's a very simple way to do this. There's a very simple way to do this, but the more you do it this way, this simple way, you do get the deeper understandings of it. Hypnotize? Now, I don't do hypnosis. How do you stop craving partnership when it's my desire? So, Lauren, it's just knowing that everything is going according to plan. Like everything's coming to you. You have to make the best, Lauren, of this moment with the life you're living now. You have to feel good in this moment with the life you're living now. Everything's making its way to you. It's done. It's making its way to you. So it's more of just, again, it's doing these practices to understand that everything's making its way to you. You become magnetic to what you want, Lauren, by just feeling good in this moment. You need to learn, I don't want to say that word. You need to practice feeling good with where you're at, right? In order to bring in the relationship that you want, the one that you deserve, the one that you desire. You get this relationship coming in right now, you wouldn't be happy with it. You need to learn how to be happy first. That's really the trick to all this, guys. The trick is learning how to be happy and at peace now. Almost with not having those things, right? Being happy with the no money, making best of what you have, making the best of not having your dream home yet, but making the best of the home now you have, making best of the car you have now, making the best, maybe it's not your dream car, making the best of the life you have now. When it comes to relationships, feeling good on your own, filling up your own cup, right? Being, I can tell you right now, the journey to having a healthy relationship is being fulfilled on your own, being your own source of happiness. You're going to start to create a life for yourself first. That's what magnetizes a healthy relationship. So again, it's just going to go back to this. It's going to go back to my same practice though. So even when I say that the trick to manifesting a relationship, it's no different than manifesting anything. It's learning how to be happy in this moment. My practices take care of every manifestation, everything, your best life, money, abundance in all areas of your life, your body. You're going to love your body. You're going to love yourself. You're going to love you. You're going to magnetize a healthy relationship, a powerful dynamic, a powerful relationship. Money, you're going to have a totally different perspective on money. It's almost like it's not about the money. It's just experiences. You're always going to be provided for. Anything you want to do is going to be taken care of. It's really releasing all those fear-based belief systems around everything in your life, right? So when people talk about relationships, it's no different. It's no different than anything else. Money, no different than anything else. My body, no different than anything else. It's all the same answer. It's all the same answer. It's making the best of where you're at in this moment with the life you're living now. There's nothing going wrong in this moment. Everything is perfect in this moment. There's no you can't make a mistake. There's no mistakes. Everything's happening the way it's supposed to. Everything's making its way to you in the best way possible in this moment. There only ever is this moment. So you're making peace with this moment, right? And when you can't make peace with this moment, when you're uncomfortable in this moment, we stay quiet and we relax our body. That's it. And we hold space for that discomfort. Literally, that's the forever practice. And it's literally that simple. And that's going to bring everything to you in the best way possible. It's so simple, guys. It's literally that simple. I'm not making this up. I'm telling you, it's this easy. So live in the end or be grateful for what you have. Now everyone keeps changing everything they say. I don't change anything I say. I change nothing I say. I don't tell you to live in the end. I don't tell you to act as if. I don't tell you to pretend you already have it. I don't tell you to be the Lulu. I don't say none of what they say. My teachings are completely different than anybody else's. I know they are. Because you're not living in the end. You're living in this moment. You're living in this moment right now with the life. You're not going anywhere. You don't got to do anything with my techniques. My techniques are the easiest techniques ever because there's no technique. You're not doing anything. You're not living in the end. You're not acting as if. You're not pretending you have it. You're not visualizing. You're not affirming. You're not doing a thing. You're making the best of this moment now with the life you're living now. You're not running away from where you're at. You're literally making the best of this moment now. What can I do now to feel good? I can take a drive. I can take a walk. I can make some dinner. I can take a nap. I can meditate. What can I do now to feel good? And when you don't feel good, when you feel that discomfort from within, it's time to get quiet, not speak about it, and relax my body, soften my body, relax, and give that uncomfortable discomfort space to dissolve. That's it. How do you get into that headspace when you got to keep doing it? You got to keep practicing. I have anxiety, Brianna. I just talked about this. I have anxiety to this day. I still get anxiety. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with this moment. There's nothing wrong that you have anxiety. You just keep practicing it. You just keep relaxing your body. Stay quiet, but don't announce it like, oh my gosh, I have anxiety, like nothing's going my way. Everything is perfect. Everything's going according to plan. It's all serving you. It's all helping you expand. Even those moments when you don't feel good, guys, they're serving you. They're helping you expand. They're moving you to more, right? You just don't see it that way at first. Did you feel like more circumstances came up when you first started the practice? Yes, I did. I did feel like because at first you're still doing too much. You're still trying to control things. So you're kind of you may be creating a little bit unfavorable. So I did, because I was still trying to control things. I was still trying to force things, but it's okay because you learn from it. You just learn from it, and just stick to my practices, because you guys will get this quicker than I did. You will get it because I'm helping you guys where I had nobody to help me. I had to really go within and do it all by myself, right? Which is me able to help you guys to just know that you don't want to try to force anything. That's why I'm so adamant about not doing anything at all to manifest. Because then you're trying to force things, you're trying to control things, you're still chasing things, you're trying to get something to feel better. So that's why I'm so adamant about that, right? You really it's so simple. It's so simple. You're making the best of this moment now. Everything is coming to you. Everything and anything you could possibly want, guys, is coming to you. Even better, you don't even have to be clear, because I wasn't clear on many things. Hi, Dream Life. How are you? I haven't seen you in a while. Everything's making its way to you. When I tell you this, you're making the best of where you're at now. I'm telling you, if you're doing things to manifest, it's going to bring you right back to this moment. And you're going to be like, wow, that was a waste of time. That was a waste of energy. When I was going through cancer, I could not do anything, and every single thing was provided for me. Kristen, I love that. That's so powerful. Thank you for sharing that. But you know what? You had a lot to do with that. You had a lot to do with that because you had a good mindset in that moment too. You did. I say this too, and I don't say this lightly. You know, it's not always easy to stay kind and loving in those moments, right, guys? Because we do want to fight against it a lot. So really be proud of yourselves when you're doing these practices and you're applying these practices. Because when you're staying soft in that moment, you're staying kind to yourself and others in that moment. So trust me, it's not always easy. It's easier to fight against it. It's easier to get angry. It's easier to say nothing's going right. It's easier to vent, which I've done. Let me tell you. But again, I still calmed myself down and I kept those moments to myself as well. But there's, like I said, you can't make a mistake. You just get better at it and life just keeps getting better and better. Oh, I love that dream. Oh, Kristen, I love those stories. No, I see we're all aspects of source energy. So it's not that like I am God. It's not like we're all connected. Nothing's separate from us. There's nobody that's better than anyone else. That's why I say like everything is perfect in this moment. There's nothing wrong with anything in this moment. I'm you, me, this person, that person. Nobody's better than anyone else. There's nobody that's higher than anybody else. There's none of that. We're all aspects of source energy. We're all part of this universal creation, right? So it's not like I am God or you are better than me. Everything is perfect in this moment. Literally, everything is perfect. There's nothing going wrong here, right? Basically, it's all about not being in the chasing energy and enjoy where you are. And yeah, yes, Ellie. And the thing about it is, Ellie, is that, and guys, like what Ellie said, like it's about not chasing and enjoying where you are. And you know what? To this day, guys, I have moments where I'm like, I don't know what to do right now. Like, I don't know what feels best. I'm like, should I not cook? Should I cook? And I get myself in that contradicting energy, right? But I always go, I know that you can't make a mistake either. So like whether I choose to go to the food store or I don't choose to go to the food store, I'm going to make the best of that. Do I believe that there's probably a better choice? I think so sometimes. Like, I think sometimes that, like, if I would have not did this live, which I've done many times, that if I would have like just sat around and kind of just cleaned, I think it wouldn't have been as satisfying as me sitting here doing this live with you in this moment. Like, I felt inspired to do this live, and there's times where I felt inspired to do certain things and I didn't do it. So I chose something else that maybe wasn't as satisfying in that moment, but it doesn't mean that it's wrong. It doesn't mean I didn't make the best of it. It doesn't mean that it didn't go well, right? Or it didn't turn out well, because I know how this practice works. I know there's nothing going wrong here ever. Like, I can make the best of any situations. If anything, that helps me make the best of any situation, right? So like I said, you just keep getting better at these things. You just keep getting better at it. I'm constantly triggered by my boyfriend's actions, leaving and working on me in relationship. Yeah, so you can't want to change anything or anyone outside of you. You can't expect, Veggie, with your question, expect anyone to be different in order for you to feel good, right? So that's just the reminder that, guys, like, you can't want to change people or expect people to be different or a certain way for you to feel good. You need to use that to your advantage to feel good no matter what, right? So if somebody in my life is not matching my energy and I'm singing in the morning and I'm having a good time and maybe one of my kids just isn't there yet because they just woke up, I don't take it personally. I don't fight with them. I don't argue with them. I just get calm and I shift my energy to something else. They go in the room, they come out, and they're fine a minute later. I don't take it personal. I don't fight with them. Like, let's say I'm listening to music and one of my kids turns the music off and I'm jamming out and I'm having a good old time. I don't fight with them. I don't say, I'm turning that music on. I was listening to... No, because why would I do that? I can feel good doing anything. I don't need the music to feel good. I'm fine without the music. So a lot of people would say you're a pushover because you do that. But why would I fight against it? Like, they're perfect. Everything's perfect just the way it is. For me, it's more about just accepting that moment for what it is. I can sing it in my head. I don't need the song. I don't need the music to feel good, right? And that moment passes and it works out even better than you can imagine, right? So it's just about flowing with this moment, no matter what that means for you, flowing with this moment and not resisting this moment. See, a lot of people will say, no, you got to set boundaries. You got to stand up for yourself. But that's you fighting against this moment. And that just creates more moments like that. It just creates more moments like that because everything in your experience is based off belief systems. So if you have a belief that you got to set boundaries and stand up for yourself, you're always going to be shown experiences that give you that opportunity, right? So the more you flow with life, you'll start to see that. The more you don't resist this moment, fight against this moment, and you go with this moment, knowing everything's going according to plan, you will understand that you won't experience those situations anymore in your life, right? Right? And it also teaches you how to feel good no matter what. It makes you more empowered and self-empowered. I don't need things to be a certain way for me to feel good. I can feel good in any situation. This is the way children live. They do with it. Yes. I know, Ellie. Yes. They live in the moment. And animals, guys. Animals are the same way. They go with the flow. They literally just go with the flow of life, right? Yes, I know, until we went to school. So, and I noticed that with my kids. My kids were happy. I was happy as a kid. When I went to school, everything changed. It's like these rules, everything gets really strict, everything just, That's when you start getting fear-based belief systems, right? When we go to school. Yes, yes, I will post this, guys. I have one that I did the other day that I'm going to upload. It's not as, I know the energy of a live. So I don't post all my lives because this is a really good live. I will post this on my YouTube. But I don't post every single one because some of them just don't have that. Someone said to me, I don't care, post them all. But some of them just carry just a better, like more energy that can really like help you guys more. And the other ones are just like whatever, you know. I feel the energy of them and the vibe of them. And I know I will post this one, trust me. But ones that I'm not excited to post, I feel like there's a reason why. So I don't usually post it. Currently visiting family and I don't want to talk to anyone. How do I not? So use this to your advantage. Use this to your advantage. Don't lash out at anyone. Calm yourself down. And if you're going to say things, you can have like little responses. But just make sure you're being kind, because remember this, Cancer Moon, and remember this, everybody. And this is what I tell my kids all the time. Any energy you're sending out, it's always just coming back to you. So you want to always be kind. So if you can't in that moment, just soften, use it to your advantage to do the practice. Soften your body, relax your body, right? And just have little, light, small responses. Like, yes, everything's fine. Everything's good. People will not keep coming at you when you give such short, kind, little responses. They don't keep coming back for more, right? It's when you are annoyed and frustrated that you keep experiencing those types of experiences, right? So I tell my kids this all the time. Be kind no matter what. Be kind no matter what, because it's always coming back to you. You know, it doesn't mean it's coming back from that same person, but it's always going to come back to you. What energy you give out is always, always, always going to be coming back to you. So be conscious. Be conscious of what you're giving out in that moment. That's what it means to flow with life and not fight against life and not fight with anyone. I promise you it's always going to come back to you twofold, threefold, fourfold. Be kind no matter what. And if you can't in that moment, calm yourself down. Quiet your mind. Hey, if you got to walk away, because you're doing yourself and others more of a favor to walk away than to be rude and to be mean. Just honestly. How do I feel confident in myself? These practices will help you become more confident. I'm telling you, doing my practices will help you become more confident. More about, like I said, you're feeling good. You're just making the best of this moment, where you're at now in your life now. I know it's such a simple practice, guys, but I'm telling you, it's the only practice. I wouldn't be able to be where I am in this moment, being confident in who I am and what I do and what I speak about without these practices. And I only did these practices. I didn't do anything else. I didn't do work, self-concept work, affirmations. You're literally just making the best of where you're at now. Just know everything's coming to you. Everything, it will come to you in the right timing. Everything's perfect the way it is in this moment. And it's more about in those moments of discomfort, in those moments when you're uncomfortable, in those moments you don't feel good, we stay quiet and we relax our bodies. We soften our bodies, we relax our face. We just fall into that. We hold space for that discomfort and we allow it to pass. Could it ever mean that our heavy feelings, negative thoughts are... No. That is not true. No, whenever you don't feel good, it's just a belief system that doesn't match what you want. It's always a fear-based belief system. Always a fear-based belief system. No, your intuition is not telling you that something is bad, that there's something wrong. It's an understanding of how this reality works, and guys. You're having experience simply based off your beliefs, okay? Nothing in our reality has meaning at all. No meaning at all. There's no good, there's no bad. It's just beliefs. It's just beliefs, okay? So no, your intuition is not warning you, ever. It's not warning you. That's just a belief, okay? So again, doing these practices are going to help you understand that there's no good or bad, guys. It's just beliefs. You're choosing a different experience. You're choosing to move towards your best life. You're choosing to experience an amazing life. You're asking for this or that, whatever that may be. It's all coming to you, right? It's all coming to you. But again, you're not doing anything at all. You're just making the best of this moment now, anytime you don't feel good, anytime you're experiencing discomfort, anytime you're uncomfortable, it's time to get quiet. It's time to relax my body. Give that moment space. Give that feeling, that energy space to just pass. It doesn't feel good, okay? Like, I'm going to be truthfully honest. It doesn't feel good. But let me tell you, it gets easier and easier. I rarely have moments like that. You just master this. You master relaxing. It's non-reaction, guys. What I'm teaching is practicing non-reaction, because things that stay active in your reality is you just reacting to them. That's it. You're reacting to it over and over and over again. How do we get someone back that we've previously pushed away? How do they see the new version of us? So you can't make it about, you're not making it about them. This is your journey, Brianna. This is all about you. You're not making it about anyone else and anything else. It's all, everything. Yes, those things benefit and those things will happen and those things will manifest, but you can't focus on that, Brianna. You have to focus on you in this moment and doing the practice. Everything's making its way to you, Brianna, in the best way possible. But you literally have to bring all that energy back to you and doing the practice. You got to make the best of where you're at in this moment with the life you're living now. You're not doing anything to manifest. You're not doing anything to manifest. You're making the best of this moment now with the life you're living now. When you don't feel good, back to this. Guys, it's the same practice. This is, again, why I cut back on lies, because it's the same question, but it's always going to be the same practice. You want to stop asking questions. Everything you want is done. Every possibility exists in this moment. If you desire it, it's because it's a possibility for you to experience it. If you desire it, it's because it's a possibility for you to have that experience. It's done in this moment. It's making its way to you in this moment. But you're not doing anything to get it. You're making the best of this moment with the life you're living now. That makes you magnetic for it. Best way possible. Okay? I know. It's an understanding, though, too, guys. Like, people go back to their beliefs. You still don't believe it yet because you have different beliefs, right? So you're like, how do I do it? How do I get them to see? You're not under, like, you have to do these practices for a little bit to really understand how this reality works, right? That you can only have experiences based off your belief systems. So right now you have a belief system that I need to, like, do stuff for them to see me change. Like, I gotta like call them and say, hey, I changed. Like, right? That's your belief system. That's where you're at in understanding this. And most people are. So do these practices a little bit to break down those belief systems. You got to break down those belief systems that don't work for you anymore, right? That don't work for any of us anymore, guys. They're outdated ways of teaching this. They're outdated belief systems. They don't work anymore. It's all you having your own personal experience with your belief systems. Plain and simple. So always bring it back to that. Oh, wait a minute. It's just me having my own experience with my belief systems. And how I explain it to others is that other people are having their experience with their belief systems. But the best part about it is that the more that you just make it about you and feeling good no matter what's happening around you, everyone in your life benefits from that. Everybody benefits from that. Don't focus and don't put your focus and attention too much on other people, because that can cause a little bit of discord and discomfort again. Like when it comes to my kids, oh my gosh, I want my kids to get this and I want them to have amazing lives as well, but I know they will. But as soon as I start to worry about them, I'm disconnected. I'm of no service to them, right? So you got to put yourself first in each moment so others can benefit from your energy, so others can benefit from your information, so others can benefit from your guidance, right? If I'm disconnected, if I'm not feeling good in this moment, I'm of no service to you guys or my children or the people in my life. So it all comes back to you feeling good no matter what. That's number one. How do we interact daily with people who have beliefs and struggle, action, and sacrifice? There's nothing wrong with them. There's nothing wrong with them. They're having their own experience. As soon as you start, Ellie, as soon as we start to say that their beliefs are wrong and your beliefs are right, you're saying there's something wrong with people. There's nothing wrong with anything. You're just having your own personal. So right there again, you're going back to making it about other people. and you're saying that their beliefs are wrong and they are living a wrong life. No, you're just choosing a different experience than them. That's all. But you don't want to judge things. You want to get out of that energy of judging people and saying they're having their own experience. You don't know what they're going through. They might be on the same path as you and you just don't know it, right? So you just have to bring it back to you and just know that they're having their own experience and they're living their life and they're doing the best that they can, right? With the information they know. And you just got to keep it that simple. Like, I know my kids are having their own experience. There's nothing going wrong with them. Everything's going right with them. Everything's going right? Like, as soon as I start to worry and I think there's something wrong in this moment and with the world around us, it disconnects you. So your only practice is for you to stay connected, because that's where you are of service to others. That's where you are be able to guide others and help others, right? It all comes back to you, 100% you. There's nothing going wrong here. Everything is perfect in the world. Everything is perfect now. You're having your own personal experience. Everyone else is having their own personal experience. And just leave it at that. Just leave it at that. Always bring it back to you and reminding yourself there's nothing going wrong here. No problem, Ellie. But like I always say, like, we need to like, it takes reminders. It takes reminders to remind ourselves of that. Again, why I create the audios, why I make these lives, why I add to Release Resistance, the playlist on here all the time, because I want you to keep listening to it for those reminders, right? Hi, Bobby. Yeah, like everything is like I said, if you have a desire, it's because it's a possibility for you to experience that. That's why we have those desires, guys. That it's not separate from you. You just feel separate from it because your beliefs don't align with it yet. But you're not doing anything to align with it. You're just making the best of this moment, knowing it's making its way to you in the best way possible. In literally the best way, because your logical mind can never manifest it in the best way possible for you. You let universal forces take care of it. You just do your part, which is make the best of this moment and feeling good in this moment, doing whatever that may mean in this moment. What about self-concept? Now, you don't have to do it. It's just an extra step. Because if you're doing self-concept work, you're saying that you're not perfect. You're not perfect. You're not good the way you are. Right? So there you are. You're adding another technique. Like, I got to do this self-concept work. And a lot of times you're doing it to get something, right? So you don't got to do that. It's just an extra step. Self-concept work is you're adding an extra step. You're saying that you're not amazing the way you are now. Like Bobby always says, Source's concept of you is perfect, guys. You don't need to add to it. You don't need to add to it. You're just aligning with different beliefs, a different experience by doing this practice. But you know what? I even get better at this, guys. Like, there's no end to this. I'm always learning and understanding better ways to understand this. I just got to the point now, guys, where I'm understanding that everything's perfect the way it is. Literally. Like, we're always trying to, like, fix something or make it better. What can I do? There's nothing you need to do. This moment is so perfect the way it is. And yes, I'm using the word perfect. I used to not be able to use that word. It is perfect. You want to get comfortable with saying that. This moment is perfect the way it is. Everything's making its way to me in the best way possible. What if you want for a precious boyfriend for years, assuming they would and they never do? Well, you're not doing my practice if that's the case, right? Because you're making it about that person. You're wanting to change a person. You're probably doing techniques to try to change a person. You're not changing anything. You're just feeling good with where you're at now. You're making the best of where you're at now, knowing that will make its way to you. It goes back to my same practice and just reminding yourself. You're not trying to change someone. You're not trying to change anyone. You're not trying to change anything. Everything is perfect. Anything you want is done in this moment. It's making its way to you in this moment. You're not doing anything at all to get it, nothing at all to get it. It's making its way to you. You're making the best of this moment with the life you're living now, knowing it's making its way to you. When you don't feel good, again, do the practice. Relax your body, soften your body, hold space for that discomfort, let it pass, it'll pass. Keep making the best of this moment. That will be the forever practice forever. I stay calm, but nothing ever changes. Well, right off the bat, Tony, right off the bat, that you're contradicting yourself. You're speaking about what's not working. Nothing ever changes. You're getting lost in that victim mindset, right? You want to quiet that down. Don't speak about that. That's not calm. That's not a calm statement. That's not a relaxed statement. That's not my teachings. My teachings, you would never say that here. You would never say, it's not working. This doesn't work. Nothing ever gets better in my life. Nothing ever changes in my life. That's not my teachings, right? In those moments, you want to quiet that down. You want to calm yourself down. Don't say that. Relax your body and allow that discomforting feeling that nothing ever changes to pass. And then you keep making the best of this moment. That's going to be the forever practice. And here's the thing about changing, guys, is that there is a period where nothing really changes, but you just got to keep making peace with this moment and making the best of it. Then it starts to get better. And you're like, wow, you're breaking through, guys, a lot of fear-based belief systems, a lot of programming, a lot of conditioning that have been put on us, right? So you really got to give yourself more time to work through these fear-based belief systems. You got to keep doing the practice over and over and over and over again. Do you believe if a person sat and did nothing in life, they could get what they want? Yeah, because I do a lot of nothing. I do a lot of nothing. Believe it or not, I do a lot of nothing. I think you should do a lot of nothing. I think you should do more relaxing, less doing. Again, eventually you are doing, but it's what you want to do when you want to do it. It's more things that are in alignment with you. It's more inspired. It's more natural. It's like I don't have to do anything. I do literally whatever I want, right? So, I mean, I had to break through a lot of programming before I got to this point. But yeah, I did a lot of relaxing, a lot of nothing, a lot of what most people would say, I'm lazy. That's why I call it lazy manifesting. People would call me unproductive. People would call me unmotivated. But yet I was breaking through so many fear-based belief systems by doing nothing. Can you tell us the craziest manifestation you had? The craziest? I would say like the craziest things for me are the synchronicities that I get. Okay, so this is a good one. A craziest manifestation that I had was one day when I was so in alignment with my daughter. This isn't going to probably be what you guys want to hear, but me and my daughter were in this mall and we were talking about my brother and his kids and his wife, like their family. And me and her just in this high energy, both of us. And I'm like, oh my God, they're so cute. And I was talking about my nephews. Thanks, Bridget. And we were literally both talking about them. And I said, oh my God, you're going to be able to help the girls. You're going to be able to drive when they get older and drive them places. This is my nephews and nieces. Sure enough, my brother is looking right at me with my nephews. We were literally talking about them. So these are the manifestations that I love and that are crazy to me. It's the synchronicities. It gets better. It gets better. So I said to him, my brother, I'm like, oh my God, I was just talking about you. Me and my daughter was like, we were just literally just talking about you and the kids. And I love my nephews, like these little kids, like I adore them. And I'm like, oh my God. And they love me. Like I'm always so high energy around them. And I see them and I'm like, oh my God, I'm giving them hugs. Then not only that, right after that, I see my brother's mother-in-law, who I love this lady. I love her. So it's my sister-in-law's mom. And I see her right after that. Literally right after that. I'm walking by in the pharmacy right after that. And I'm like, she's like, Kira? And I'm like, oh my God. So like we were in such a high energy that day that we were having so many synchronicities, me and my daughter. Us too, our energy. So like they're the manifestations that I love. It's synchronicities. The other day I had a low energy, I relaxed, nap, and right? It's like that's what you're doing. You're getting so good at relaxing your body in those moments, knowing the only thing I have to do is this. Like, guys, like this is what you're doing. Dropping your shoulders, relaxing your face. That's it. That's magnetic energy. That's all you're doing. It's just too simple. It's too simple for people to think this is all I'm doing. There's nothing I need to do. There's nothing I have to do. Everything's perfect in this moment. There's nothing going wrong here. I love it, Dream. Oh, I see. That's what I like. That's what I like. So for me, it's like the synchronicities that I see. It's like, the number. Today I was driving my son to his car. His car needs to get fixed. So I drove him to work this morning. And me and him are talking about this, like kind of like this stuff. I was telling him about how like he's such my son is so positive. My oldest son is so positive. And he gets this. And he always did. And I was telling him, he's saying how like, he's just like, he's always kind to people. And I told him like how when you give out that energy, it always comes back to you. As I was telling him that, right in front of us was a car with 333333333. So that's manifestations that I love. They're synchronicities to me. They're letting me know like we're both in alignment and everything's going according to plan and everything's perfect in this moment and it's just going to keep getting better. They're the synchronicities that I love. You can test it too. React to something the way you used to. Exactly. Bobby says it. Like, and you know what? What Bobby's saying is so powerful because it allows you to know that you can't make a mistake. So somebody asked me a question today. They said, is it okay if I take, it was Ave. Ave asked a question. I don't know if Ave's on here right now, but she said, can I take action? Can I reach out to somebody? Can I manifest? Can I start applying for jobs? My answer, oh, it paused. Hold on. I had to wait for it to come back. She said, can I take action? And I said, no. That's my answer. But I also said you can't make a mistake. So you can, if you take action and you realize it wasn't aligned and it didn't work out the way you planned, it just let you know that you're still not trusting. So that's the power. That's the power in this practice, guys, is you can't make a mistake. There's no mistakes. You can never make a mistake. It just lets you know where you're at. Okay, I'm not really trusting still. All right, I'm still reactive. I'm still reacting to situations. I'm still repeating patterns, right? And it gives you a moment to say, all right, accept. Listen, I take full responsibility. I know how this all works now. And you just keep doing the practices. There only ever is this moment. So you only got to relax in this moment. Just go back to relaxing in this moment, making the best of this moment. This moment just keeps getting better. Will the job come to me automatically if I am relaxed and home without send CV? It will, but it's all based off your beliefs, right? So that's what I always say. Like there was a time in my place, JM, where I was applying to jobs and I was getting the job, but I realized that this really wasn't what I wanted. So the thing is you got to keep doing these practices. So like I did take action a lot. I was taking action a lot, but it was a very temporary fix. So aligned action, guys, is effortless. You don't realize it's happening. It's very natural. Things are just happening. Everything's happening very natural and gradual, but it takes practice to get to that point. I'm not going to lie to you guys. You got to keep doing these practices over and over again. But again, JM, you can apply. I'm not saying you can and can't do. You can do whatever you want, but you're going to find out the more you do. Just stick to my practice. Just keep sticking to this practice because you're going to realize, okay, that was just a temporary fix, or this doesn't really align with me, or I don't really want to do this. I want more for myself. I want better. You're just going to keep moving towards more and better. So there's really no mistakes. But when you start really becoming aligned, there's zero effort involved. There's no action involved. You're not doing anything, guys. It's just effortless. I don't even realize things. They just happen for me. Everything just happens for me. It just happens. If I ever feel like should I or shouldn't I don't do it. I don't do it. I know now how this works. So if I'm ever questioning something, I don't do it. But if I'm like, oh, I'm going to do this, and you kind of just do it. There's like, I can't even explain it, guys. It's so effortless. So you just got to keep doing these practices. All right, I'm going to